and welcome to Sumrall, Mississippi, as the Sumrall Bobcats set to face the Aggies out of Forest County for the second time this week. Sumrall won a thriller of a game on Tuesday night, a very ugly game, but the Bobcats came on top in the 10th inning in Brooklyn, Mississippi. This is game 2 of the district schedule for the Bobcats and the Aggies. So the Bobcats come into this game 15-3 and 1-0 in district, and the Aggies come into this game 6-8 and 0-1 in district. The starting pitcher for the Bobcats tonight, Leo Odum. And the Forest County Aggies line up C.J. Eads hitting first, Dyson hitting second, Anderson hitting third, Brock hitting fourth, Palmer hitting fifth, Norman hitting sixth, Anderson hitting seventh, Grice hitting eighth, and Rushing hitting ninth. And for the Bobcats on the mound, Leo Odum, the star on the mound so far this season. He has had an incredible season and a ton of good starts for this Sumrall Bobcat team. And he starts him off with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, just misses inside. The Bobcats defensively line up Odum on the mound, S.T. Moss behind the plate, Landon Hawkins at third, Drew Davis at short, Kellen Garcia, new face to the lineup, at second base, Jack Miller at first, Malik McNair in left, Caden Williamson in center, and Cade Clinton in right, Odum works ahead 1-2 here against Eads in the top of the first. Eads had a very good night the other night. He was the starting pitcher for the Aggies. But he has a swing and a miss here, so Leo Odum collects his first strikeout of the night against the first batter he faces. Leo Odum, if he is in the zone, he's going to be very hard to hit for this Forest County team as he blows Dyson out of the water there on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's the windup and the 0-2 pitch, and he does it again here. So Odum working quick. Up 0-2 on Dyson. And he does it again. So that is his second strikeout of the game already. He has faced 2 batters tonight and 2 strikeouts. So Leo Odum in the zone, feeling good. But that'll bring up Anderson. Anderson was the heart and soul of this lineup on Tuesday night. Had majority of the hits for the Aggies. Let's see what he can do here. He fouls that one off. Odum, an Ole Miss commit. Just a junior. So he still has upside. And he is up 0-1 here. And the slider misses away. That's the first slider he has thrown tonight. And here's the pitch. And that one, the first ball put in play, could get up the middle. Garcia with a fantastic play over there at second, but unable to get him at first. So the guy who was so hot for the Aggies the other night ends up getting a single here with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Garcia made a great effort over there at second base, just misses him at first. So Anderson Sands on first, and Brock now hitting for the Aggies. And Odum paints the outside part of the plate for a strike. And the 0-1 pitch. And that fastball just misses away. The game tomorrow night with Sumrall at Seminary has been moved to 7 o'clock at Seminary, where it was originally scheduled for a 12-2 matchup. Now it is a 5-7 matchup for the Bobcats. A very good crosstown rival that Sumrall has always enjoyed playing. And Leo Odum picks him off at first base. So the Bobcats.
Cross County in the top of the first. No runs and hit. No errors. No one left on base. Back in play. Cross County 0. Sumrall coming back.
So the Bobcats allow one hit, but no runs and no errors. And they leave nobody left on here in the top of the first inning. And we are headed to the bottom. ST Moss leads things off for the Bobcats when we come back. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Network.
For the Bobcats, catcher, ST Moss.
And we are back here in Sumrall, Mississippi, as the Bobcats come to hit after they gave up no runs in the top of the first inning against the Forest County Aggies. Leading things off for the Bobcats, the guy who has solidified himself as the leadoff hitter in this lineup, ST Most. Most had a very good night, spreaded the ball out very well in his few at-bats against Forest County on Tuesday night. Preston Anderson, the pitcher for Forest County tonight. And he missed up on his first pitch. But he catches it up high there. So the Bobcats will line up ST Moss leading things off. Batting second, Caden Williamson. Batting third, Landon Hawkins. Batting fourth, Cade Clinton. Batting fifth, Leo Odom. Batting sixth, Drew Davis. Batting seventh, Jack Miller. Batting eighth, Garcia and Kellen Garcia, excuse me. And batting ninth, Malik McNair. ST Moss ahead with a 3-1 count. Here to lead things off for the Bobcats. And a big swing. And that one's fouled off into the dugout. Preston Anderson and ST Moss all squared. Out of full count. And he misses up high. So the Bobcats get their leadoff runner aboard here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Caden Williamson. Caden Williamson, the center fielder. This is only his second game in the 2 spot for the Bobcats, but he produced very well on Tuesday night. The Bobcats had 16 hits against the Aggies on Tuesday night, but they had 7 errors on defense that allowed Forest County to stay in the game, and Moss delays steals, and it works. So Moss steals second on the delay steal. And Caden Williamson took a strike on that pitch. So the count 0-1. No outs. Moss stands at second. Preston Anderson delivers, and he misses low. Williamson has had a fantastic season so far. He has moved all the way from the 9 spot to the 2 spot for this Bobcat baseball team. And he hits one in the gap here. And a great play by the shortstop, but he is not going to be able to make a throw. So a single after a leadoff walk to Moss. Williamson follows it with a single. And that'll put runners on the corners for the Bobcats. ST Moss stands at third. Caden Williamson at first. And that brings up the big righty, Landon Hawkins. Landon Hawkins very dangerous in the box for the Bobcats. And he tries to turn on one here, but he's going to pop it up to the left fielder. He's camped under it. And Moss fakes like he's going, turns around, and goes back. So if you are a part of Forest County's team, that's exactly what you wanted there. A shallow fly ball allows both runners, or doesn't allow any runner to advance. That'll bring up the super hot Cade Clinton. Clinton has seen the ball very well here recently. He had 3 hits the other night and has worked himself all the way to the 4 spot for this Bobcat team. The lineup has shaken up a ton here in these past few games. And the first third move almost gets Williamson at first. Clinton had the go-ahead home run for the Bobcats just 3 nights ago. And the throw to second is going to get into the outfield, so that'll allow 1 run to score for the Bobcats. ST Moss touches home plate, and the Bobcats take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. So Caden Williamson now standing at second base. Or 1 runner in scoring position for Clinton. And that one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. So Clinton down 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. And that one just barely catches the plate for strike 3. So Clinton has a strikeout looking. And that'll be the second out of the inning for the Aggies. That'll bring up Leo Odum, the pitcher tonight. And he also has a very big bat. When he connects, it goes a very far ways. The wind blowing straight out here in Sumrall. And a big swing and a miss. So Odum down 0-2 here. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Caden Williamson stands 180 feet away from being the second run of the ball game. And Odum calls time. So the 0-2 pitch. And it gets Odum, but it gets away from the catcher, and he's going to be able to reach first safely. So a strikeout, but a reach on a wild pitch. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Drew Davis.
Drew Davis.
So runners on first and third now for the Bobcats. A lot of speed over there at first as Braylon Harrison has entered the game as a pinch runner. Caden Williamson stands at third, also has a lot of speed. So I imagine the Coach Davis and the Bobcats will try to do something here. And he steals. And a good take by Davis. So Braylon Harrison steals second base. So there's two runners now in scored position for Drew Davis, the freshman. Harrison stands at second, Williamson at third. And a check swing foul ball. That'll make the count 1-1. You can text me at 601-408-0292 and let me know where you're watching the game at this evening. And that pitch plunks Drew Davis in the back. So bases loaded now for the first baseman, Jack Miller. Miller hit his first home run of the season against Forest County Aggies a few nights ago. Seeing the ball very well, also had a roped ground ball down the third base line the other night. So Davis at first, Harrison at second, and Williamson at third. Miller in the box for the Bobcats. Preston Anderson just trying to get out of this. He misses away there. And that one barely misses outside. A good take by Miller. The 2-0 pitch. That one gets on the hands of Miller. And the breaking ball gets called for a strike. So a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The Bobcats looking to do some damage. That one misses away. So a full count. The runners will be moving on this pitch. But a strikeout. So the Bobcats put on.
One hit, one error with 3 left. One complete. Sumrall 1, Forest County 0.
So the Bobcats put up 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error, and they leave 3 men left on. So as we head into the top of the second inning, Leo Odum set to take the mound. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to the Bobcat Baseball Network. So we are back here in Sumrall as Parks Brock set to lead things off for the Aggies. Odum had 2 strikeouts in the first inning and picked off Preston Anderson at first after he had an infield single. And Odum throws one up the backstop, 90 miles an hour. That was an intimidation pitch there by Odum. If you are in the box after seeing that, you might be a little scared. And then he's right back in the zone. Brock just fouled one a foot over Zach Jones's head over there in the Bobcat dugout. And he fouls another one off back into the net. So Brock stands in there with a 1-2 count against Odum to lead things off here on the top of the second inning. Odum has looked very sharp so far in this game. Oh, a very good slider. Just misses for Odum. So a 2-2 count and a swing and a miss. So Odum gets his third strikeout of the night. That'll bring it. Blaine Parker to the plate for the Aggies. This pitching staff for the Sumrall Bobcats is very, very good. That one misses up. You got to see a glimpse of Braden Smith and what he brings to the plate the other night. Coming out of the bullpen, throwing 5 innings, 7 strikeouts, and keeping the Bobcats in the game. And that one's hit down the right field line. Could be trouble. And Cade Clinton smokes the wall in the bullpen, trying to catch that foul ball, and he is limping. That one hurt. And Zach Jones goes out to talk to Cade Clinton. A very tough play by Clinton. A lot of grit to get over to that ball. But we will be back after the break. So we resume play here in Sumrall. Cade Clinton, a very tough play in right field, smoked the wall. And Zach Jones went out there and checked on him, and he gave him the thumbs up. That just shows you the kind of player Cade Clinton over there in right field. So a 1-1 count. And that one thrown right down the plate for a strike. Blaine Palmer down 1-2. Bobcats have one out here in the top of the second inning. And that one gets on his hands. But he somehow fouls it off. And a great play by Richard Thompson over there outside the dugout. So the 1-2 pitch. And that breaking ball catches the middle of the plate for a strike. So that's Leo Odum's fourth strikeout of the night. He has only faced 5 batters. He has 4 strikeouts, given up and hit, and then picked the guy off at first. And that'll bring up Ethan Norman. Ethan Norman found that one back into the net. Odum really pumping it tonight. So the 0-1 count. And that slider Misses just outside part of the plate. So the 1-1 pitch. That one misses up and in. And that one, a check swing strike on the 89-mile-an-hour fastball. And Odum up 2-2 here. If you were Forest County, you have to throw the best arm you got against Odum right now. He is filling it as he just got his 5th strikeout of the night. So no hits, no runs, no errors. Nobody left on as Leo Odum just struck out the side. And we will be headed into the bottom of the 2nd inning. Kellen Garcia set to lead things off for the Bobcats when we come back. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to the Bobcat Baseball Network. Few shout-outs here tonight. Miss Karen Thompson, she's watching the Bobcats tonight, and she says, please do not let her photographer get hurt. Mr. Richard, when you go back and watch this, just know your wife really cares about you. And as always, Raymond and Truvy McCraney watching from Hickory Grove, Sumrall, Mississippi. Thank you all for watching. And ST Moss grandparents checking in from Wiggins, Mississippi. These are very consistent watchers. They watch every game. Jim Cody watching from his house in Sumrall. And, of course, Miss Christy Martin watching all the way from Folsom, Louisiana. Miss Christy Martin has been watching for years, has not missed a game. So, Miss Christy, we appreciate your support. And we are set to see the first pitch here of the bottom of the 2nd inning. And Garcia rolls one over. Third baseman makes it look easy. So Garcia grounds out to third base to lead things off in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That'll bring up the speedy left fielder for the Bobcats, Malik McNair. And he tries to bunt one. But he goes foul off the bat. So a good thought by McNair. So a 0-1 count. McNair takes that one inside. So the 1-1 pitch, McNair squares again, but pulls back on the ball. That'll bring the count to 2-1. So the 2-1 pitch misses up. So a very dangerous runner in Malik McNair. This is not the guy you want to walk. And that one a called strike. So McNair with a full count. And that one will way up and in. So a 1-out walk for McNair, and that brings the top of the lineup back up for the Bobcats. ST Moss, the catcher, he walked his first at bat. Trying to get things going offensively for this Bobcat baseball team. So McNair with a healthy lead over there at first base. the breaking ball just misses outside to make the count 1-0. And he tries to pick him off over there at first base. Unable to do it. And now on a called strike on the inside part of the plate. So an 0-2 count on Most. Actually 1-1. Excuse me. McNair steals on the pitch. A big swing and a miss. And that one's going to go into center field. McNair stays at second. So now we have a 1-2 count on Most, but McNair still second. So Most has a runner in scoring position. A base hit will score McNair from second base. That one misses up. That brings the count even at 2s. And Most takes that one in the dirt. So he draws a full count after going down early in this count. Caden Williamson with the lone hit for the Bobcats stands on deck, and he takes that one in the dirt. So 2 straight walks for Preston Anderson. That puts runners on first and second. Caden Williamson stepping in the box for the Bobcats. Williamson allows the Bobcats to do a lot of things here out of the 2 spot. You don't know if he's going to bunt here, if he's going to hit. He takes that one for a strike. So McNair at second, Most at first, 1 out. And that one misses inside. So a 1-1 count. And Williamson hits this one to third base. This could be trouble, but he bobbles it, and everybody's going to reach safely. So that may come back to bite the Aggies, as they had a perfect double play ball with the third baseman, lets it get under him, and that allows all the runners to advance. So Williamson reaches on the E5, and that brings up the man you do not want to see with bases loaded, Landon Hawkins. He takes that one in the dirt. You have to pitch to him right here, too. So Preston Anderson trying to get out of the jam and the bottom of the second inning. And that one cue-balled, and a good play by the pitcher, and he gets out at first, but he throws it. He gets out at home, and the catcher throws it to first. So a lot of confusion here. The pitcher fielded the ball and threw it home to the catcher to get the lead runner, and the catcher threw it to first. And now they're arguing that Landon Hawkins was running in the baseline. So the 3 umpires meeting in the center of the field. This could be big. Instead of the Bobcats getting a run on that play, they will be headed to the dugout if the call is reversed. I've still yet to see a call on the field, but these umpires have just called Andy Davis, the head coach for the Bobcats, to come over and speak to him. So I imagine they're going to call him out here. And they do call him out at first. So the Bobcats unable to get a run across with bases loaded. Well, excuse me. The Bobcats do get the run. So the run does count, but that gets the Aggies in the dugout. So the Bobcats take a 2-0 lead. And Leo Odom set to toe the rubber here in the top of the third inning for the Bobcats. We will be back. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to the Bobcat Network. So the third baseman, Landon Anderson, leading things off for the Aggies here in the top of the third inning. Leo Odom trying to continue his streak. That one on the outside part of the plate for a strike. He is working fast, and you can tell he is really feeling it on the mound tonight. A lot of confidence in where that fastball is going. And another big swing and a miss. So Odom quickly up 1-2 count. So 1-2 count. And that one misses away. That'll bring the count to 2-2. And that one misses low. So Landon Anderson has worked a full count to lead things off for the Aggies. And he fouls that one back into the net. Leo Odom, one of four brothers. And all of them have attended Sumrall. The first one, Levi, the oldest. And that, Luke. The second oldest, Levi. Luke played at East Central. Levi played at Gulf Coast and Jones. And now the third child, Leo, going to Ole Miss. So a whole family full of athletes, all of them pitchers. Landon Anderson struck out on that last pitch. And that'll bring up Hayden Grice. So Odum's strikeout count up to 6 now. He has faced 7 batters tonight. He misses up on that one. So the 3-0 pitch. And that'll be Odum's first walk of the night. And the Aggies' second base runner of the night. Their first base runner got picked off over there at first base by Odum. That'll bring up Nick Rushing in the 9 spot for the Aggies. And he takes one right down the pipe for a strike. So Leo Odum working quick on the mound. But he misses up in the end there. And that one hit to the pitcher. He's going to throw it to second. Garcia turns it. And that's going to be a double play for the Bobcats. A fantastic turn over there by Garcia, the new second baseman for the Bobcats. And that gets Leo Odum out of the inning. So Leo Odum faces 3 batters here in the top of the 3rd. And the Bobcats maintain a 2-0 lead as we go into the bottom of the 3rd. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to the Bobcat Baseball Network. And welcome back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Cade Clinton set to lead things off for the Bobcats. Clinton struck out his first at-bat. But looking to get things started here in the 3rd for the Bobcats. The Bobcats have scored 1 run, both in the 1st and in the 2nd inning. They have a 2-0 lead as Leo Odum is really throwing well on the mound for the Bobcats. Clinton with a 2-0 count. He's got to be looking to drive something on this pitch. 2-0 is the hitter's pitch, especially in high school. About 90% of the time you're going to get a fastball. And he does. and he drives it up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop, and he is unable to make it. He got a glove on it and bobbled it, but by the time he picked it up and threw it to first, he was unable to get Clinton. And they're going to rule that a hit for Cade Clinton. So after the infield single, that'll bring up the pitcher, Leo Odum. Odum also struck out his first at-bat. Clinton with good wills at first. And that one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. So the 0-1 count on Odum. Clinton with a good lead over there at first. And another strike. The right fielder playing really shallow here in Sumrall. Odum's able to put one in a gap. He might be running for days. That one misses high. So a 1-2 count on Odum. And he drives this one to right center field. It might be trouble. But the center fielder with a fantastic play in right center field. You just have to tip your cap to the center fielder there. He probably ran 50 yards to make the grab against Odum. So after the flyout by Odum, that'll bring up the shortstop, Drew Davis. Davis got hit in the back his first at-bat. And a good take by Drew Davis. But it's called a strike. So an 0-1 count. Clinton looking like he wants to go at first, but he slides back. And a check swing by Davis. So he goes down 0-2. And a big swing and a miss. So Davis strikes out. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Jack Miller. Miller was a strikeout victim his first at-bat. And the pickoff move to first, unable to get Clinton. Jack Miller, usually in the DH spot, but with Odum pitching, he plays first base. And he drives that one to center field, but the center fielder camps under it for out number 3. So the Bobcats, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. And they leave 1 runner on. And we are headed to the top of the 4th inning here in Sumrall. This is Zane Berry, and we will be back on the Bobcat Baseball Network. So we are back in the top of the fourth inning. Leo Odum still on the mound for the Bobcats. The Aggies back to the top of the order here to start the fourth. So through 3 innings, Odum has only faced the minimum 9 batters. So CJ Eads, the center fielder, who made a fantastic play out in center field last inning. And a big swing and a miss by him. So Odum ahead 1-2. Odum already has 6 strikeouts tonight against this Aggie team. And that one gets called for strike 3. So his 7th strikeout of the night comes here in the top of the fourth. And CJ Eads walks back to the dugout for the second time tonight. And that'll bring up Jared Dyson. Dyson was also a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. And he squares to bunt, but pulls it back. And that one just misses outside. And that one bunted back to Odum. Oh, Moss is going to field it. He's going to throw it to first for out number 2. A good play by Moss. And a very good way to communicate there between Odum and Moss. As that was a very good bunt in between them. But both of the pitcher and the catcher very athletic here for this Bobcat team. So the 2-3 putout gives the Bobcats their second out of the inning. And Odum just threw a nasty breaking ball to Preston Anderson. Anderson has the lone hit for the Aggies so far in this game. And another breaking ball, but that one misses low. And that one hits Anderson in the thigh. The 91-mile-an-hour fastball. So a 2-out walk. Now to bring up Parks Brock, who was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. And they were in this same situation in the first inning. And Odum picked off Anderson at first after the single. And Odum, 2 straight balls. That gives Brock the advantage here, 2-0. Landon Hawkins giving him some words of encouragement over there at third base. Not a big crowd here tonight. I imagine because it's spring break. And Jack Miller fields the ground ball and touches first for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Bobcats have a 2-0 lead as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. This is Zane Berry, and you will be back after the break. So now coming up to the plate for the Bobcats, Kellen Garcia. Garcia hitting to a 5-3, his first at bat. Only his second start of the season. His first one game against Forest County on Tuesday night. And he was electric at the plate. Had a few hits in that game and kept this Bobcat team alive in their comeback victory. So a 1-1 count against Garcia. And that one misses inside. Garcia has a lot of potential. His glove is on another level. He takes that one. So the pitch. That one. A called strike. So a 3-2 count on Garcia. Garcia with some wheels who could spark something for this Bobcat offense in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that one misses way up. So a leadoff walk by Garcia, and that'll bring up Malik McNair. McNair got walked his first at bat. McNair back in the lineup tonight. He did not start on Tuesday night. And he squares the bunt. Let's see if he gets it down. They picked a first. So Garcia gets a pretty big lead over there at first. And McNair squares and pulls back on the bunt. But that allows Garcia to steal second base. So a fake bunt steal by the Bobcats puts a runner in scoring position with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Malik McNair in the box. ST Most on deck to the top of the lineup. Coming up for the Bobcats. Now one misses away. Preston Anderson has kept Forest County in this game. He has had some tough spots as the Bobcats have had bases loaded, but he has somehow managed his way out of some trouble. So a 1-2 count on Malik McNair. Garcia stands at second. And a swing and a miss. So McNair strikes out. That'll bring up ST Most. ST Most is 0 for 0 tonight. And this is his third plate appearance. He has been walked twice so far in this game. The Bobcats just looking for a spark. Garcia at second. And a good take by Most. So a 1-0 count, 1 out. The catcher takes that one inside. Most ready to drive something here. Has had a very good bat for this Bobcat team. He takes that one inside. So a 3-0 count. That one misses in for ball 4. Caden Williamson, now the hitter for the Bobcat. That was ST Most's third walk of the night. So he has not had an at-bat tonight. So far, 3 plate appearances, 3 walks, 4 mulched. And Caden Williamson steps up to the box for the Bobcats now. He has one of their 2 hits on the night tonight. And that came back in the first inning. He takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. So Garcia stands at second. S.T. Mall stands at first. And the head coach for the Aggies headed out to talk to his pitcher. So we will be back after the pitcher meeting. So Caden Williamson steps into the box with a 1-0 count after the pitcher meeting by the head coach for the Aggies. Garcia stands at second. Preston Anderson misses up on the fastball to bring the count to 2-0 for Williamson. Williamson, I've kind of seen from his approach, he takes till he gets a strike every at-bat, and he did right there. So a 2-1 count. Williamson ready to swing it now. And he swings it there, and he drives that one to left field. Could be trouble. But the left fielder gets under it for out number 2. A very good swing by Williamson. He gave it a ride. But it goes right to the left fielder for out number 2. And that'll bring up Landon Hawkins. Hawkins has been quiet tonight. As he is 0 for 2 tonight. He fouls that one to the third base dugout. The Bobcats in the gold tops, the pinstripe white bottoms. The Forest County Aggies in the all maroon pinstripes. Very slick jersey. A good take there by Hawkins on the breaking ball in the dirt. So a 1-1 count. Hawkins drives this one over the first baseman. This is going to be trouble. It's going to get into the corner for the Bobcats. And 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Hawkins headed to third. And a triple for Landon Hawkins. After starting the night 0 for 2, he puts one into the right field corner. And that is a 2 RBI triple for the third baseman, Landon Hawkins. And that is what the Bobcats needed here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So the Bobcats take a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Cade Clinton. Clinton, he is 1 for 2 tonight, has an infield single and a strikeout. And he is looking to follow that up. Hitting is contagious, folks. So Clinton standing in the box. Leo Odum on deck. So Andy Davis headed to the home plate umpire to talk to him about a potential balk call on the pitcher. Just my opinion, it was 100% a balk. I've played a lot of baseball, watched a lot of baseball. That was a balk. But sometimes you get caught sleeping in these games. And this pitcher got caught sleeping there. But there's a no call. So Hawkins will stand at third base. So Clinton now hitting Hawkins 90 feet away. A 1-0 count on Cade. He takes that one in the dirt. A good block by the Aggie catcher to keep that ball in front. A big swing and a foul ball by Clinton on the 2-0 pitch. That'll bring the count to 2-1. So the 2-1 pitch. That one's going to miss inside for ball 3. Three-one count on Clinton. And that breaking ball just misses outside for ball 4. And then I'll bring up the pitcher, Leo Odum. Odum 0 for 2 tonight. First and third for the Bobcats. You got to imagine Clinton will be running. Odum hit one deep in the gap. The center fielder able to catch it, but he ropes one down the third base line here. This is going to be trouble again. Cade Clinton might score all the way from first, and he rounds third, headed home, and Leo Odum heads to third. And so a double, RBI double by Leo Odum, but advances to third on the throw. So there remains a runner at third base, and this is what I'm saying, folks. Hitting is contagious. You just got to find that spark, and the Bobcats have found it here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring up the shortstop, Drew Davis. Davis 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. He struck out his last at-bat, and he is looking to keep things going here for the Bobcats in the 4th, and he does. He hits it to right field. That's going to be trouble, but a diving catch by the right fielder. Could have been trouble for the right fielder, but he comes up with the grab to put Davis out for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Bobcats score 4 in the bottom of the 4th to make the score 6-0. Bobcats lead the Aggies. This is Zane Berry, and we will be back after the break. So leading things off here for the Aggies in the top of the fifth inning, Blaine Palmer, the catcher for the Aggies. Palmer has struck out in his lone at-bat on the night. So a 2-0 count on Palmer. And he fouls that one straight back into the net. Odum, I'm telling you, I want to see his strike percentage tonight. He has filled the zone up very well for the Bobcats tonight. Just one walk for Odum through 4 complete. And the windup. And he blows that one by him. That brings the count to 2-2. So Palmer fouls that one out of play. The 3 Bobcats gave it a good run, but it hit the ground to keep them alive here. The Bobcats have a 6-0 lead through 4 innings. And Odom missed way away on that one. And that will bring the count full here on Blaine Palmer. And the full count pitch hit to right field. And Clinton makes easy work out of it for out number 1. So Clinton still kind of limping in right field, but man, he has had himself a night. And Odom misses away there. So after smoking the fence, like in the 2nd inning, Clinton's still able to bust one out for an infield single and catches a fly ball while he's limping to it. Odom down 2-0 here against Ethan Norman. Norman is a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. He fouls that one back into the net. A pretty quick game so far. We've only been playing for an hour and 15 minutes and already in the top of the 5th inning. The other night, the game started at 6:30, and I think by the time I got home, it was 12. That one just misses away. A beautiful night here in Sumrall. Perfect temperature for some Bobcat baseball. And a big swing and a miss by Palmer. Norman. Excuse me. The full count pitch from Odom underway. And it just misses in for ball 4. So Ethan Norman finds himself on first base after a 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Landon Anderson. So the double play in order for the Bobcats. Landon Anderson, a strikeout victim, his first at-bat. And a swing and a miss by Anderson. So Odom asks for a new ball. And he's up 0-1 on Anderson. Norman stands at first. The Aggies have a lot of work to do here in the latter half of the game. That ball will bring the count to 1-1. And that one catches inside part of the plate for a strike. So Landon Anderson down 1-2 here versus Odum. Ethan Norman, a very small lead at first base. And the 1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball called for strike 3. That is Leo Odom's 8th strikeout of the night. That'll bring up Hayden Grice. Grice, one of the few who've reached home base tonight. His first at bat, and he walked on 4 balls. But he fouls that one back onto the football field behind us. 2 outs for the Bobcats. Norman stand. A big swing and a miss. Norman stands at first. A 1-2 count on Grice. Nick Rushing stands on deck for the Aggies. And Norman's probably going to steal here. Well, he works himself back on his lead. So 1-2 count, 2 outs for the Bobcats. Odum looking for his 9th strikeout of the night. And he doesn't get it. That's going to be a pop-up to the infield. Garcia camps under it for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors for the Aggies. And the Bobcats headed to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to the Bobcat Baseball Network. So Jack Miller set to lead things off for the Bobcats here in the fourth inning. He takes that one inside for a ball one. Miller 0 for 2 tonight with a flyout and a strikeout. And that one hits the turf for ball two. So the 2-0 pitch. A new pitcher for the Aggies. Landon Anderson, who was playing at third. So him and the pitcher, Preston Anderson, switch positions here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And a big swing and a miss by Miller. So the count goes to 2-2 on the first baseman. That one misses low. So a full count on Miller. Garcia stands on deck. And he takes a ball outside for ball four. So the Bobcats trying to get something going here in the bottom of the fifth and send everybody home early. Garcia. He's 0 for 1 on the night with a walk and a ground out to third base. Miller stands at first. Garcia takes that one in the dirt. And another ball in the dirt by Anderson. A 2-0 pitch. A fastball for a strike. And that's the pitch you want to hit. Garcia takes that one inside for ball three. The 3-1 count on Garcia. Miller stands at first. And he takes that one for a strike on the outside corner of the plate to bring the count full. So a ball four base hit situation for Garcia. And he takes that one for a ball four. So the two leadoff men for the Bobcat both reach via the walk. That'll bring up the left fielder, Malik McNair. A base runner now in for Jack Miller. That'll be Will Rayner. So Will Rayner, the pinch runner at second. You can imagine the Bobcats are going to do something here after pulling a slower Jack Miller. And they do. They bunt. And they're only going to be able to get the leadoff man. So a great bunt by Malik McNair. And that moves Will Rayner to third and Kellen Garcia to second. And the top of the lineup now hitting for the Bobcats. This is where you want to be if you are this Bobcat baseball team. Two runners in scoring position for the catcher, S.T. Malst, who is 0 for 0 tonight. He's had 3 plate appearances, no at-bats. As he has been walked all 3 times, he has stepped up to the plate. But he flies this one. This could be trouble. It's in between the second baseman and the right fielder. Right fielder catches it. But it's going to be a sac fly for S.T. Malst. So a very shallow pop-up. But the Bobcats somehow manage to get one run across. That'll bring the score to 7-0 as Kellen Garcia stands on second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Caden Williamson, the hitter for the Bobcats. And he is 1 for 3 tonight. He has a single, a fly out, and reached on an error by the third baseman. And he takes that one in the dirt, and that's going to allow Garcia to score from third on the wild pitch to bring the score to 8-0. The Bobcats are leading here in the bottom of the fifth. So Williamson trying to keep the Bobcats bats alive here in the bottom of the fifth. Landon Hawkins stands on deck and Cade Clinton after him. So some very hot bats for the Bobcats coming up. And a great piece of hitting by Caden Williamson. A line drive over the second baseman's head for another base hit for him tonight. That'll bring up Landon Hawkins. Hawkins had a triple his last at-bat to get things really going for the Bobcats. A home run would end it. And he is definitely able to hit him. And he drives this one to right field. But it is straight to the right fielder for out number 3. So the Bobcats take an 8-0 lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And this will be a great time to give you our live stream sponsors for the season. Janiking, Willie and Shannon Brinson are the owners of Janiking. BB Geomatics LLC, Diversified Forestry Management LLC, American Graphics, Landry Lewis Germany Architects, ComSouth, Chad Turner with Shelter Insurance, Covington County Hospital and Express Care in Sumrall, Alpha Insurance, the Spencer Nixon Agency, and Pine Belt Chevrolet. Thank you all for your sponsorships and allowing this to be possible for the Sumrall Bobcats. So Leo Odom set to take the mound here in the top of the 6th inning, and we will be back. So Leo Odom set to face Nick Rushing here in the top of the 6th. Just doing the math up here, I believe Leo Odom has gotten every single out tonight besides the fly out to Kellen Garcia that ended last inning. He has 9 strikeouts so far on the night out of 15 outs, and he has rolled a double play, fielded a bunt, and threw it to first. So he is all over the place tonight. That's 3 outs there. That one fouled back into the net. So Nick Rushing 0 for 1 tonight. He hit into the double play that Leo Odom was able to turn. And that one misses away. The Bobcats only have 5 hits in the matchup tonight, but they are very big hits. Landon Hawkins triple, Leo Odom with a double and advance to third. Some very good timely hitting for the Bobcats. And Forest County has made a few errors to hurt themselves in this game. So a full count on Rushing to start things here in the top of the 6th. And he pokes one over Drew Davis's head. A good piece of hitting by Rushing. Davis just about came up with it. He jumped up for it, but it just misses his glove for a leadoff hit for the Aggies. That is the Aggies' second hit of the night. And they are back at the top of the order. C.J. Eads steps in the box for the Aggies. He's 0 for 2 tonight, 2 strikeouts. A big swing and a miss by him again. On the pickoff move, unable to get him over there at first. But Odum has a 0-1 count on Eads. No outs. Runner on first. And the 0-1 pitch. Misses about a foot outside. Odum's velocity is still there through 5 innings. Eads founds that one back. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Searching for his 10th strikeout of the night. The 1-2 pitch. Now one misses away, and S.T. Most unable to block it. So on the wild pitch, Rushing advances to second with no outs, a runner in scoring position for the Aggies. They have a lot of work to do here with 2 innings left to play. But it's nothing I ain't seen before. And that is a strike number 3. So C.J. Eads with a hat trick tonight. 3 strikeouts. That'll bring up Jared Dyson. Dyson's 0 for 2 as well with a strikeout and a bunt back to Leo Odum where he threw it to first base for the out. And he squares the bunt again here. But he pulls back for ball 1. So the 1-0 count on Dyson. He has a runner in scoring position. Can cut this lead to 7. And the 1-1 pitch. That one, a very good pitch by Odum. The Bobcats looking to sweep their first district series of the season. And the 1-2 pitch. And a big swing and a miss, but it gets away from Most. So now we have runners at first and second after the strikeout. And that's Leo Odum's 11th strikeout of the night. His second this inning, but only one on the scoreboard to show it. That'll bring up Preston Anderson. Anderson with a hit by pitch and a single. There's somebody this Forest County Aggie team wants up. It is him. So Dyson at first, rushing at second. And that one. And the pitching coach for the Bobcats coming out to talk to Leo Odum. After 2 balls of hit, Moss met and got away from him. There are now 2 runners in scoring position for the Aggies, and we will be back after the pitchers meeting. So the 2-0 count. Preston Anderson, the hitter. He fouls that one straight back. This would be a big strikeout for Leo Odum if he is able to get it. That's what the Bobcats are looking for here. They're wanting to keep this thing a shutout here in the top of the 6th. And that one driven to center field. Caden Williamson is going to have a chance to shoot him at home, but instead he goes to third. And the runner at second advances early. And they double him up to end the inning here in the top of the 6th inning. The coach for the Aggies is in the umpire's face over there at third base. But the Bobcats maintain an 8-0 lead. So Cade Clinton leading things off for the Bobcats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bobcats maintain an 8-0 lead. And the heart of the order here up. 4, 5, 6 for the Bobcats. Cade Clinton in the box, Leo Odom on deck. So Clinton looking to get things started for the Bobcats, and he takes one to the back. So 1 pitch, 1 runner for the Bobcats. They couldn't have drawn it up any better. And they're calling for a base runner over there at first base. Colby Pittman, the runner for Cade Clinton. Leo Odom steps up to the plate. His last at bat, he hit a double down the line. And that one goes behind Leo Odom. But it allows the runner to advance to second. And that one misses inside for ball 2. So 3 straight pitches have been inside on the Bobcats. And I'm not just talking about a little bit. They have been way inside on them. But that one wasn't in. Leo Odom, if he would have put a barrel to it, this game would probably be over. He grunted on the swing. So a 2-1 count on Odom. Pittman stands at second. And that one misses in for ball 3. So the Bobcats looking for another base runner in Odom. A 3-0 pitch. Misses low for ball 4. So 2 straight walks. From Anderson. That brings up the freshman, Drew Davis. Drew Davis had a good barrel his last at bat, but he is still 0 for 3 on the night. Actually, 0 for 2. He walked his first at bat, struck out, and hit a line drive shot to the right fielder. And a very, very questionable strike there on the breaking ball. And he threw it again, and Davis swings through it. And that makes the count 0-2. So the 0-2 count on Davis. That one misses low. And the 1-2 pitch. That one misses inside and low. So Drew Davis working hard to find himself back even in this count at 2s. Pittman stands at second. Harrison at first. And Davis takes that one for strike 3. That'll bring up Jack Miller, the first baseman. The Bobcats need 2 runs to end it. That one misses low. Oh, misses low again. So the 2-0 pitch to Miller. Miller should be coming out of his shoes on this pitch. And he does, but he fouls it straight back. So Miller in the box, Garcia on deck. Miller fouls that one straight back. So after getting the 2 leadoff runners on, Drew Davis punches out. Miller down 2-2 right now. And the 2-2 pitch messes up to give this count full. So a ball here could load the bases for the Bobcats. And a base hit would win it. Now this one hitting the left field. It's going to score one at least. Harrison stops at second. And there was nobody standing at third base. So Harrison could have easily gotten to third. But instead, he chokes up at second. But the Bobcats lead 9-0. Here in the bottom of the sixth, they are one out, one run away from heading home via the mercy rule. That one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. Garcia trying to walk things off for the Bobcats here in the bottom of the sixth. That one misses away. So the 1-1 count on Garcia. The breaking ball makes it 1-2. Harrison stands at second. So a base hit will score him, and that's probably going to do it there. The Bobcats go on to win 10-0 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Kellen Garcia with a walk-off single. Well, everybody thought the game was over, but the umpire saying that was only 9 runs. Gonna bring up Malik McNair. And they're gonna try to do something here. McNair safe at first. Miller safe at third. To bring up S.T. Moss, so a single here will win it for the Bobcats. Now one misses in the dirt for ball one. A lot of confusion here where it was 9 runs instead of 10. But they're saying we only have 9. Anderson misses that fastball away for ball 2. So the 2-0 count on Most. Miller 90 feet away from sending everybody home. That one misses up. And the catcher throws it, and that gets away from the shortstop. But luckily the second baseman was there backing it up for the Aggies. On a good jump, Miller probably could have taken home there. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Most. A 3-0 count. And the pitch. And it misses away for ball 4. So Caden Williamson trying to end it for the Bobcats. Bases loaded. Miller stands at third. McNair stands at second. And a hit by pitch is going to end things here in Sumrall. The Bobcats win 10-0 here in 6 innings against the Forest County Aggies. The Bobcats advance to 2-0 in the district as they sweep the Aggies in 2 games. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to the Bobcat Baseball Network. We will see you tomorrow night as the Bobcats travel to Seminary